I think 0% chance Dillon Gabriel is your franchise quarterback in 3 years. It's obviously not Snoop Huntley. It's obviously not Deshaun Watson.
Really, really good. Yeah, cool. Proud of you. All right. Cool. Really, really nice job.
You're not fully proud, kinda.
I'm
kinda proud.
Look, for this first side, it was a perfect no, but you made plays, you operated like. So it's just stacking.
I love when you tell the facts. Did you no? But it's okay. It's okay.
Listen, you did a nice job.
Yeah, I think we'll let it play out as we get closer to the cut down. Those are all conversations that we are always having, but those are tough decisions. Like to keep everybody, but.
Breaking news from Cleveland. General Manager Andrew Berry is making bold moves for the Browns, determined to make sure Shedeur Sanders succeeds in this system. With Kenny Pickett now gone, Shedeur Sanders is quickly being pushed as the favorite to lock up the QB2 role over Dillon Gabriel. What makes this situation even more shocking is that Berry has been riding with Shedeur from day one. Since his debut, even with all the struggles and heavy criticism, Berry refused to let public opinion change his stance. Instead, he's been quietly working in the background, setting up a clear path for Shedeur's rise and long-term takeover. The real question now is, what exactly has Andrew Berry done to back Shedeur Sanders and guarantee him the spotlight?
Higher offensive line that Shedeur had last year that Shedeur just had in this game is gone. My bad for not showing y'all that. So that entire offensive line Shedeur had yesterday is no longer on the damn team.
Andrew Berry made a bold and explosive move. He wasn't about to let things slide or watch excuses stack up. Instead, Berry went all in, cutting the entire offensive line that played with Shedeur in that game. That shocking decision sent tremors through the Browns organization because it proved just how far the front office is willing to go to protect Shedeur and finally give him a fair shot. But here's the controversial part. Berry didn't stop there. This wasn't just about swapping out players on the line. It was about making a statement. He demanded accountability. He demanded change. And above all, he demanded an environment where Shedeur could truly thrive instead of being sabotaged from the start. This move is being viewed as one of the most aggressive shakeups yet in reshaping the Browns' depth chart and putting full trust in Shedeur Sanders' development. But here's the twist. Andrew Berry isn't doing all of this just for Shedeur's benefit. This decision is directly tied to the bigger quarterback picture in Cleveland. With Dillon Gabriel's height seen as a major limitation, the front office knows they can't risk the future on a QB who might struggle physically in the NFL. And with Kenny Pickett out of the mix, the long-term plan after Joe Flacco suddenly becomes even more critical. That's where Shedeur Sanders comes in. His height, his build, and his overall physical talent make him the natural choice to step into that role. In today's NFL, size and strength matter, especially when it comes to seeing over the line, staying durable, and surviving hits from ruthless defenses. Kevin Stefanski's latest comments have completely flipped the story. He's now openly declaring that he's committed to helping Shedeur Sanders grow and succeed, no matter how much outside criticism comes his way. That's a dramatic turnaround, especially since not long ago Stefanski was one of the loudest voices dismissing Shedeur's potential and even unfairly pointing fingers at him. But with Kenny Pickett gone, the narrative has flipped completely. Suddenly, Shedeur is right back in the spotlight, drawing more attention than ever before. The timing of Stefanski's sudden change of heart is no accident. It shows that Shedeur's size, strength, and natural presence on the field are giving him a real edge in the battle against Dillon Gabriel. While Gabriel continues to face doubts about his smaller frame, Shedeur looks like the more complete option, and that could be the deciding factor pushing him higher up the Browns' quarterback depth chart.
I don't concern myself with outside type of things, but I'm committed to his development, just like all of our rookies. So we'll continue to focus on getting our guys better, and that's what we'll stay committed to, and that's what's important to me.
Wright also addressed Dillon Gabriel, admitting that the young quarterback has legit talent and flashes of real potential. But he pointed straight at one big problem: Gabriel's size. In Wright's opinion, that's something Gabriel can't fix, and it remains a major obstacle to him ever becoming a reliable NFL starter. While the skills are there, those physical limitations could expose him when it matters most. Lined up against Shedeur Sanders, the gap becomes even clearer. Shedeur not only has the height and build that match the classic pro quarterback mold, but he also brings a stronger long-term upside. Wright made it clear that when you compare the two head-to-head, Shedeur's natural tools give him the bigger chance to lock down a major role with the Browns going forward.
Unless they think they can actually make the playoffs
and so if you want to start Flacco at the very beginning of the year, so be it.
Looking at the bigger picture, Wright left no room for doubt. Shedeur Sanders is the quarterback who should be leading this team into the future. In his eyes, Shedeur has already proven enough to show he's the best option, And even if his play hasn't hit the highest level yet, his raw talent and commanding presence still make him the obvious choice. Wright also pointed to the training camp numbers as proof. While stats don't always tell the full story, they can't be ignored, and in nearly every category, Shedeur has dominated. From accuracy and completion rate to poise under pressure and smart decision-making, Sanders has consistently set himself apart from everyone else. What grabbed Wright's attention the most wasn't just the flashes of talent, but the steady consistency. This wasn't about one good day followed by a setback. Instead, Shedeur has kept delivering the same high-level play again and again, showing a reliability none of the other quarterbacks have matched. And it's not just Nick Wright saying this. Mike Tannenbaum has been echoing the very same concerns. While he gave Dillon Gabriel credit for putting together a solid preseason showing and handling pressure with poise, Tannenbaum didn't hesitate to hammer home the issue that could haunt him long-term: his height. In the NFL, physical stature often becomes the deciding factor for quarterbacks. And even though skill and composure matter, lacking the right size can create problems that pure talent can't erase. In Tannenbaum's view, this limitation could be the very thing that keeps Gabriel from ever reaching his ceiling. No matter how sharp he looks in preseason games.
But as Hebo just reminded me, he's in third percentile in height. It's really hard to have sustained success in the NFL. Drew Brees is the obvious outlier when you are so short. So to me, it's a big risk. You go from 4 quarterbacks, which we've talked about all summer long, to literally for a 40-year-old quarterback to be backed up by a very unproven, very short by NFL standards.
The Browns are at a breaking point, and Shedeur Sanders is right in the middle of it. The front office is backing him, analysts are demanding it, and fans want answers. Kevin Stefanski is running out of time, and one wrong decision could cost him everything. Will he finally give Shedeur the role he deserves, or drag the Browns into another mess? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and don't forget to subscribe for more breaking updates.